Is Nigeria's security crisis truly a domestic problem, or is there a larger, more sinister game at play? For decades, the United States Agency for International Development (USAID) has presented itself as a force for good, funding education, healthcare, and economic development worldwide. But beneath this humanitarian mask lies a disturbing reality. What if USAID isn't just building nations, but dismantling them? What if, instead of fighting terrorism, it's fueling it? The narrative we've been told: USAID claims to fight poverty, support democracy, and aid struggling nations. But behind closed doors, it operates in the shadows of geopolitics, channeling billions into regions that suddenly spiral into war. The question: is USAID truly a humanitarian force? Or is it a tool of covert intervention? What if Nigeria is not just fighting terrorism, but is actually a pawn in a high-stakes geopolitical chess game? Recently, US Congressman Scott Perry broke the silence, exposing USAID's alleged ties to global terrorism. The numbers are shocking. Over $600 million meant for humanitarian aid was funneled into the hands of groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Boko Haram.
Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
But Perry isn't alone. Investigations by the Defense Oversight Governmental Ethics DOJ Committee have traced USAID funds directly to extremist groups under the guise of development projects. USAID poured over $800 million into education initiatives in Pakistan, and yet, not a single school was built. So where did the money go? Investigators believe that these funds were redirected to extremist networks operating in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Syria. Arms trafficking, terror financing, and political manipulation, all allegedly funded under the cover of aid. If true, this is not just corruption, it's complicity in global destabilization. Before 2015, Nigeria was among the world's fastest growing economies. Oil exports were booming, infrastructure was expanding, and stability was within reach. But then everything changed. 2015, the year Nigeria was thrown into chaos. Boko Haram escalated attacks. Economic growth plummeted. Terrorist groups gained unprecedented strength. Was this a coincidence, or was Nigeria deliberately pushed into crisis? Former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan has publicly accused Barack Obama's administration of interfering in the 2015 Nigerian elections. But why?
The level of interference by the Obama's government was very overwhelming. It's not as if I couldn't have won the election even with that. But if, by my own thinking, and also the way some other people looked at it, they go outside the normal diplomatic relationship, then it should be mentioned.
Jonathan's loss marked a turning point. Within months, Nigeria's security situation worsened, and foreign-backed insurgencies gained momentum. Was this about democracy or regime change? In 2014, the world was shocked when Boko Haram kidnapped over 200 schoolgirls in Chibok, Nigeria. Celebrities, politicians, even Michelle Obama joined the viral campaign #BringBackOurGirls.
Immediately the Chibok issue came up, we expect Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US with Bring Back Our Girls placards.
But was this tragedy used to manipulate Nigerian politics? Despite global pressure, the US refused to sell weapons to Nigeria to fight Boko Haram. Instead, they funneled aid to NGOs, some of which had links to terrorist groups. It was after #BringBackOurGirls that the US government blocked weapon sales to Nigeria. Why?
The incoming president, President Buhari, was heavily supported by a foreign government, and one of the first missions was to terminate our contract.
Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff recently dropped a bombshell in an Al Jazeera interview. He revealed that many international NGOs operating in Nigeria were actually fronts for terrorist financing.
Initially, when the NGOs came in, when we started, they didn't want any oversight function. They didn't want us to know where they were going to. We had issues with that because now they will go into the enclave of the terrorists and go and treat them. You are treating the same people that is attacking the communities. You tell them no, that you are neutral. How neutral can you be? We've had situations where allegations of arms, them conveying arms to us just to make sure that the war continues. We've had situations where they will tell you they are taking food to communities. Halfway, they tell you the trailer has broken down. By next morning, the trailer is empty.
The burning question: why would these organizations hide their operations from Nigerian authorities? What are they afraid of? Multiple reports and eyewitness accounts describe helicopters dropping supplies into terrorist-controlled regions of Nigeria. Who is funding these covert operations? Across social media, political analysts and citizens alike are calling Obama a war criminal, accusing him of destabilizing Libya, Syria, and Nigeria. The pattern: Libya, US-backed rebels overthrew Gaddafi, chaos ensued. Syria, US-funded groups fought Assad, the rise of ISIS. Nigeria, US interference in elections, Boko Haram gained strength. Since 2015, Nigeria's economy has shrunk, inflation has skyrocketed, and insecurity has reached unprecedented levels. But while the people suffer, someone profits. General Sani Abacha once said, "If terrorism lasts more than 24 hours, the government has a hand in it." So who is pulling the strings? Who benefits from a weak Nigeria? Why did the US refuse to sell weapons while funneling aid to terrorist-linked organizations? Was USAID truly helping, or was it a weapon of war? If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for real-time updates on global conflicts. Stay safe, stay informed, and as always, keep questioning.